guys, welcome to the farm. You can see I'm not on the farm today. I'm actually in Bristol in Starbucks, so I'm recording this there, and I hope that the background noise isn't too loud for you. John came to the farm this week, so he experienced all the lambs and things for the first time. In the one clip there's somebody asking questions. That's one of our friends on Skype, and I left that in because I thought that they might be asking questions that you guys would be interested in. Don't you want cuddles? No, I'm a sheep, not a cat.
What does she prefer out of the moors or the Holloway Road?
This, definitely this.
Heard them good.
Are they drinking sheep's milk or cow's milk?
It's a powdered milk that you mix it with water, and it's goat's milk as well. But if you were doing goats, you'd put more of the powder in because they need more protein. Hello, babies. We're on a walk and there's a tiny, tiny, tiny calf here. This hole is my favourite spring on Dartmoor. I was born ready. I'm filming this from inside the house because once I get out there'll be far too much noise for you to be able to hear me. But Mum and Dad are both very, very busy in the garden today. Dad is cutting down ivy and shredding it, and Mum is, well, you'll see what Mum's doing in a moment. It is Sunday today, and everybody has been moved up into the top field. Here's Angelica. I don't know where most of the lambs are. Looks like they might be up to the left there. The weather is set to be sunny for the rest of the week, so that means that this week there will be no hauling lambs in and out of the stables every day, which will take about, will free up about 2 hours of our day, which will be nice. Chase has a little story to tell everybody about how he is a bad dog. Yesterday we went to the pub after a lovely long walk with him. We took him up on the moors, he played with some sheep, he even had a little bit of cheese, and then we went and tied him to the table, and he was feeling a little uncertain about the fact that he was at the pub. We were outside, we were the only people outside, and we had people walking past us, and he doesn't really like that. Next thing, he charges for some children and pulled the table over essentially, threw 2 pints of beer over John. We had only just sat down, we'd been there for about 5 minutes, and so we then had to walk 25 minutes back home with John absolutely soaked through. It was not a good experience, was it, Chase? I wasn't happy.
This is how much he cares. Go.
The mystery of the missing guinea fowl eggs has been solved. I reckon there are about 20 in there. John's on his way up with a basket and we're going to have to test them to see if they're rotten or not. 1. Oh. 24. We found 24 guinea fowl eggs. We left 4 there so that the guineas continue to lay there. And the rule for testing them is you fill a bowl with cold water. If the egg sinks to the bottom and lies on its side, then it's fresh. If it sinks to the bottom and stands on one end, then it's not fresh, but it's okay to eat. And if it floats, throw it away. I don't know if the same rule applies to guinea fowl eggs because they're much denser than chicken eggs, but we will see. Here is proof that the method works for guinea fowl eggs. They're all okay. So yay, we're about to have some scrambled eggs. John feeding the lambs for the first time. fun?
Right.
Are you having fun? Are you having fun?
Are you having fun? Want to come out? Want to come out? Huh?
No.
Oh, no. Are you staying in there? It's a wheelbarrow full of puppies. Chase, come and see. Come see.
Good at the wheelbarrow. Living in the country without a car. I've spent the day in Plymouth. I had to get a lift to Ivy Bridge to get the bus to Plymouth. And then I spent the whole day in Plymouth and I caught 1 or 4 buses back to Cornwall. And now I have to walk a mile back home.
Looks like lambs' tails have started falling off.
We've just built a pen for the lambs because the lambs get different nuts to the ewes and the ewes eat their food so quickly. So we built a pen. It looks like Shiner might have figured it out. Which has an entrance that's only big enough for the lambs, we hope. We haven't secured it yet. Okay. Fail. The lambs go through this smaller gap here that the other sheep can't get through, and then they can get to their nuts, which are much smaller than the adult nuts, and they obviously have a different composition. This is important because the lambs digest the food much more effectively, efficiently than the adults do, so it's important for them to start eating because then they don't need as much milk and the ewes don't have to struggle as much. Whether or not it'll work is anybody's guess. You can get a proper hurdle for them, for the lambs, but we haven't got one. We need to order it, so we're trying to make a plan in the meantime. The stables are about to get a deep spring clean. This week, Chase learned to play football. I'm in my studio today and look at these two. It's an alright view to have a nap to, isn't it? I'm up here today because my Etsy sales have gone crazy. I had so many orders for cards yesterday, so I am busy making those. I'll put a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below if you want to go check them out. I don't know how much longer we're going to be bottle feeding them for. This is the really weak one. He's grown so much. If you liked the video, then give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more like this. Leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, you want to know about anybody else, you want me to feature other people. People have been asking about watching dog training videos, so that is coming, never fear. See you next week. Bye! Chase is watching a video about sheepdog training.
My milk brings all the lambs to the field.
I'm gonna cut that out.